In today's class, we are going to discuss the method of completing the square to solve a quadratic equation in one variable. We have already discussed the method of factorization to solve a quadratic equation. Now this method of completing the square is used when we find it difficult to use the method of factorization. Usually a little bit more complex quadratic equations need this method. So let us understand how the method works through some examples. Suppose x square plus 8x. This is an expression. Now we want to make it a complete square by adding something to it. We will add something to this expression so that it becomes a complete square. Now, I believe most of you already know this formula. A plus b whole square is a square plus twice b plus b square. This is a formula. And this is a perfect square. So, we will convert this expression to this expression by adding something to this expression. It is not complete yet. So, we will add something to this expression so that it becomes like this, so that we can get a perfect square like this. Suppose we add something called b square here, so that this expression and this expression is equal to this expression. In that case, if we compare these two expressions, then we see that x is equal to a, b is equal to b, and 8 is equal to 2b. Is that right? X is equal to a, b is equal to b, and 8 is equal to 2b, because x is already equal to a, which means b is equal to 8 by 2, which is equal to 4. So b should be 4. That means b is equal to small b, so small b should be equal to 4, which implies b square should be 16. So that means we have to add 8 x square plus 8x plus 16, so that we can convert it to a perfect square. So let us break it down now. 2 4x plus 4 square. 2 into 4 8x, 4 square 16. So it becomes a square twice ab plus b square, which is equal to x plus 4 whole square, which is a perfect square. So we need to add 4 square to this expression so that it becomes a perfect square like this. Let us try with another example. X square plus 10x. Suppose. Again, let us suppose we need to add b square to this expression to make it a complete square. Now we need to find out b square. Again, x is equal to a, b is equal to capital B, and 10 is equal to twice b. 10 is equal to twice b, because a is already equal to a. A is already equal to x. So b is equal to 10 by 2, 5, which means b is equal to 5. So b square is equal to 25. So we need to add 25 here. So it becomes a square 2.5x plus 5 square, which is equal to x plus 5 whole square, which is a perfect square. So in both examples, we have seen that we get the term that we should add by dividing the coefficient of x. In the previous example also we divided the coefficient. This was the coefficient of x, and in this example also the coefficient is 10. Dividing the coefficient by 2, we get the base value which should be squared to get the term that should be added. So what does it mean? That to get the term, you have to divide the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x divided by 2. It is same for all expressions like this. Whenever you want to convert an expression like this to a perfect square, you have to follow this rule. Coefficient of x divided by 2, then square it like this. Then you get that term that should be added to the expression so that it becomes a perfect square. Okay? So this is the rule. Coefficient of x by 2 whole square. So that will give us the term that should be added for a perfect square, making an expression a perfect square. Clear? So now we have understood how we can complete the squares if an expression is given. Now let us try it. Let us try to solve a quadratic equation by the method of completing the square. So this is a quadratic equation. So we will solve it by the method of completing the square. The first thing to do is we have to make the coefficient of x 1. Here the coefficient of x is 1 already, so we don't have to do anything. So next step is shift the constant term to right hand side. This is the constant term, so we will shift it to right hand side. Then we get this expression x squared plus 6x. So now we have to complete the square, just like we have done in the previous examples. So let us do that. Do you remember what I said, how to complete the square? We take the coefficient of x divided by 2 and then square. Coefficient of x divided by 2 and e square. That is the term we have to add to the left hand side to make it a complete e square. So let us do that. X square plus 6x plus 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 3 square is equal to minus 5. Now, since I have added 3 square on the left hand side, I have to add 3 square on the right hand side also, so that the equation remains same. I have not changed the equation because both sides are same. 3 square cancels and they remain the same equation. So the right hand side is now x square twice ab plus b square. This is minus 5 plus 9. This is a square twice ab plus b square, x plus 3 whole square. This is 4, which means x plus 3 square is 2 square, which means x plus 3 is plus minus 2. The square root of 2 is plus minus 2. So hence x is minus transferred plus 3 to the right hand side, minus 3 plus minus 2. Hence x is minus 1 or minus 5. Minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1, minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5. And that is your answer. We will solve a few more different types of quadratic equations so that the concept is clear. Let us solve. So the next equation is 2x square plus 8x plus 5 is equal to 0. Another quadratic equation. So here you can see that the coefficient of x square is not equal to 1. So the first step for applying the completing the square using the completing the square method is to convert it to 1, this coefficient. So to do that we have to divide it by 2, then it becomes 1. So if we divide it by 2, we have to divide the other numbers also and 0 also. So dividing by 2, we get x square plus 8 by 2x plus 5 by 2 is equal to 0. Now the coefficient of x square is 1. So the second step is to transfer the coefficient, transfer the constant term c to the right hand side. This term x square plus 4x is equal to minus 5 by 2. 8 by 2 is 4x, minus 5 by 2 plus 5 by 2 becomes minus 5 by 2. So we get this expression on the left hand side. So now we have to make it a complete square, just like I have shown previously. Similar process. So how do we make it a perfect square? We take the coefficient of x, then divide by 2, then square it. Then we get the term that we have to add to the left hand side to make it a complete square. So the value is 4 by 2 is 2, 2 square, that is 4. So we have to add 4 to the left hand side. So adding 4 to the left hand side, and since I have added 4 to the left hand side, I have to add 4 to the right hand side also. So that becomes twice x plus 2 square is how much it is? minus 2 into 4, 8. 8 minus 5, 3. It is 3 by 2. Okay, so this becomes x plus 2 whole square is equal to 3 by 2. So x plus 2 is plus minus 3 by 2. Hence x is equal to minus 2 plus minus root over 3 by 2. And that is our solution. Same process we have used previously to make it a perfect square. Divide the coefficient of x by 2, then square it, then we get the number that we have to add to the left hand side. And since we are adding the number, we have to subtract the number also. Since we are adding it to the left hand side, we have to add it to the right hand side also, so that the equation remains same on both the sides. One by 2 plus so in this quadratic equation, the coefficient of x square is not equal to 1. It is a fraction. So how to solve it? The first step is to convert the coefficient of x square to 1, just as we have done in the previous examples. Here the coefficient of x is half. So to make it 1, we have to multiply it by 2. So if we multiply this one by 2, we have to multiply each one by 2. So multiplying by 2, we get x square plus 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. 2 into 2 cancels out, so we get x square, then 2 into 3 is 6, 2 into 1 is 2, 0 into 2 is 0. Then the next step, transfer it, the constant term to the right hand side. So we get x square plus 6x is minus 2. Now this is the expression x square plus 6x. We have to make it a complete square, just like we have done previously. So what is the formula? What is the procedure to do that? Divide the coefficient of x by 2 and square it. 6 by 2, 3 square is 9. So we have to add 9 here to the left hand side. 6x plus 9 is minus 9 plus 9. Since we have added 9 to left hand side, we have to add 9 to right hand side also, so that the equation remains same. So this can be written as 2 into 3 into x. 3 square is 7, which means x plus 3 is x square is 7, which means x plus 3 is 7 plus minus 7, hence x is minus 3 plus minus root over 7, and that is your answer.